welcome back to Let's Play the Legend of Dragoon. Who's ready for a boss fight? I'm ready for a boss fight. Are you ready for a boss fight? How many times am I going to say boss fight? I'm pretty sure there's a boss up ahead. Guess we'll find out here in a moment. Alright, so we made it this far. Let's see what happens. My luck is over. That's an interesting way to put it. Draw my sword. What, with like a marker? Or a pencil? No, dude. Chill. We really are just after the plant. Rose has a point. If we incapacitate him, he'll have no choice but to listen. Right? Is that the logic here? It's not, you know, great logic, but sure. Bombs. On his side of the field. Oh, you know what? I was thinking I might use some items here. But Lavitz's magic stat isn't all that great. So we've got Drake or Bursting Ball. Well, I don't want him to kick this one at Rose, so... I don't actually know if he kicks them, by the way. Okay, so they do run out of HP and die, or disintegrate, perhaps. Okay, next up is going to be the one there by Dart. See if we can get rid of this guy. Oh, yes we can. And hey, if this draws out the fight a little bit, or drags out the fight, it's fine. I'm getting SP and addition usage. Okay, that was fine. Lavitz has my biggest pool of hit points, so... Alright, now then. This guy's green. And green means he is wind element, so he's weak to earth. Let's see if I have anything to take advantage of that. No? No, I do not. That's a bummer. Wow, I didn't do very good on my items. Probably should have used this while the bombs were out, huh? Hindsight is 2020. Oh, shoot. shoot. Gotta remember to boost. Did not do a good job of boosting that one. Maybe I should have brought Shauna instead of Rose. Just for item usage purposes. I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference, if I'm perfectly honest, though. We used the light attack last time, let's use the fire attack this time. Yes, these are items that target multiple enemies, I know, but it's all that I have on hand at the moment. So, it's what I've got, it's what I'll use. Goodness, he's really going after Dart. Oh, and I used my healing breeze, so all I have is healing potion. Well, that's okay. I'll have Lavitz act as a less than optimal healer for a little while. Sure. Again, since I don't have an element that matches, I don't have any earth attack items, I'll just use whatever. It's fine. It's decent enough damage, you know? Okay, good choice. Lavitz has plenty of HP. This time... What's this downburst? Oh, that's wind element. Forget about it. I don't want reduced damage. I think actually I'll wait for Lavitz's turn to heal Dart. Should be coming up pretty soon. Sure enough, there it is. Okay, boys, these are the only healing potions we've got. I've only got, like, what, one left? Oh. Wow. As I recall, those things are dark element. Yes. So now this dancing ray will come in very handy. Should take care of those bombs. Especially if I get a good boost here. Nice. Yes, how about this? Whatever this is. Looks like something I don't want to try and attack through. So, we'll just go ahead and use an item with Dart for now. I'll just have Lavitz attack the trap directly. Okay, that seemed to work. And he's just taking his regular attacks. Alright. Cool. Well. I'm going to use a Spinning Gale. Oh, this is a single attack. Right, so I can target just the wire with it. Sweet, I don't have to worry about reduced damage on the boss. Of course, there's no damage on the boss, but that's alright. Just trying to get rid of this trap for now. There it goes.
Burning rush.
Ha! No damage that time.
Whip smack.
I just noticed I finally have his HP down to yellow icon. Oh, red icon. Hey, let's go.
Burning rush.
Any one of these attacks now will finish him off. Oh, or not. Maybe he'll just recover 360 HP. Sheesh. Yeah, no more HP recovery, buddy. That was unexpected. Again, not a problem because he's not doing a lot of damage. I do have one heal left and SP. Yes, I will nibble up all that delicious SP. Num num num. This again? Okay. You know what? Now that I know I can attack the trap. SP. I'll take those Dragoon levels any day. And addition usages, especially for Lavitz. He has a lot of additions to work on. Oh, he's doubling up on me. Alright, well I've got one of these left, so I'm not going to mess around when there's that many targets on the field, man. We're just going to wipe them out. Oh yeah, 4 in 1. Anyway, Lavitz has a lot of additions to get through, so getting in some early work on him is a pretty wise move. He and another character who joins later. No spoilers, just in case anybody new is still watching who hasn't played this before. Boy, you can run out of HP any day now, dude. It's gotta be like... Yeah, there we go. I was gonna say, he's gotta be close. Sure enough. Done and done. Okay, Rose and Lavitz both leveled up. Lavitz got yet another addition, as I was mentioning. He gets a bunch of those. What's with that head bob? He's just like grooving to a tune that none of the rest of us can hear. Should we be concerned that Rose is buddy-buddy with a ghost? Yep. Wouldn't you know it? One of my main characters can become a dragoon? Gasp. Who saw this plot twist coming? Double boss? Oh no. Oof, she's harsh. It's okay though. Actually, just gonna guard for a while and get some HP back on my characters. Because we don't actually have to fight. We just have to answer a little questionnaire. We're gonna say we fight for pride and honor. No, just kidding. To protect those we love, of course. Well, I would be upfront and truthful. I left to pursue the black monster, of course. Oh, poor Rose seems to have a large chunk of her leg missing. It flickers in and out of existence a bit, but it's mostly missing. This is a hard one because I mean, Dart definitely wants to get revenge, but it doesn't seem like that's the right answer to give Shauna. But at the same time, I should be truthful, so I want revenge for the black monster destroying my village. Me as Dart, that is. So that's what I'm gonna say. I don't remember the correct answers to this fight, by the way, point of interest. So if I am messing this up, it's genuine, I promise. Forget about revenge and be with you. Well, if I need to overcome Shirley, then I can't say that I favor the black monster over the girl that I'm trying to save. And since she's coming on this journey with me anyway, then why don't I say Shauna? Because it would be both. I could have both as long as Shauna's willing to come along on the journey. Now that said, if Shauna's not willing, it's going to be another question, but there's no way that Shirley can possibly know Shauna's heart, right? This is Overthinking 101 with your host, Chrono. Don't mind me, folks. I'm just going to pick what seems like the obvious answer. A black monster. No, kidding. Shauna, of course. Now it's Lavitz's turn, apparently. Oh. Hello, King Albert. Honestly, I do remember that we're just supposed to guard through this whole fight. Which is fine, because it's a fantastic opportunity to restore my HP. That's not like him. He gave us his blessing to go. So, that's not like you. Perhaps I am. Because your order contradicts your other order, sir. Your Highness. Your lordful kingship, sir. Well, given these two answers, don't command me is not something a knight should ever be saying to his king, but a knight's earnest heart can, you know, through a display of his passion, can sometimes move a king to a different decision. Shauna needs me, man. Not man. That's... Shauna needs me, your highness. There we go. I'm not used to speaking as a knight. I'm used to speaking as an everyday person. Anyway, Shauna needs me. There you go. Beautiful. Advancing will bring truth as well as ordeals. And you still want to go? What if I just saved Shauna and went home? Like, I just said I'd pick Shauna over my journey. But if it'll bring the truth, no matter what, I'll go. Never gaze away. Only total acceptance brings you to the way. Who's the most important person for me to protect? Well, didn't I become a knight so that I could protect everyone starting with my family? Yeah. Human before being a knight. I like that. Lastly, Rose, I ask you, what does life mean to you? Okay, knowing what I know about Rose, I know what the answer is, but knowing what we know about Rose at this point in the story, one might think it's nothing but sacrifice. But I promise you, Rose has a way deeper story than that. It'll get good. Stay tuned. Never thought about it. Here we go. Sounds like we answered correctly. Illuminate the dark road with my white silver dragoon spirit. The new dragoons. Yes. New enough, I suppose. Free experience too, by the way. Love that. No new additions this time around. That's quite okay. Hey, a PSN trophy for my troubles. And now he's bopping his head to some unheard tune while flat on his back. Of course. You sure are, buddy. I do like that Drake popped up ready to go again. What a scrappy little dude, just ready to fight. But at the same time, he was instantly like, oh, Shirley's cool with this? Okay. And then he pieces out. Are you saying she's resting in peace? Are you saying she's dead now? Truly? Really and truly gone to the next life? Or whatever afterlife there is in this game? I don't know. I've played this part, but it's been a while. She's gone, dude. I want to know what's in here. All kinds of goodies. Oh boy. My itchy fingers long so much to take all of the treasure boxes. I think I will. Heck with it. Treasure. Open. I wonder if it's like a box for every one you found that had a note in it, maybe? I feel bad taking it though, to be honest, because my group was like, we're not after the treasure, we just want the Dragoni herb. And now I'm like, oh, well, I'll just take the treasure anyway.
Burning rush.
Oh well, so be it.
Whip smack.
This isn't Fable. I don't have to worry about a morality gauge or anything. No, I will not be covering the Fable games on this channel. I tried them. Didn't like them much. Not my cup of tea. Specifically, I played Fable 2 on the X360 way back when, and it just never got fun for me. Like, I got a few hours in and I was like, not engaged, not interested at all.
Whip smack.
I definitely enjoy the JRPGs, or the JRPG influenced and done well Western games. Or even the cheeseball, completely out of left field, horrendous but funny in how horrendous they are kind of games. Looking at you, Sudeki. Should I do Sudeki on this channel? I do have a copy and an original Xbox I could play it on. I'm sure the graphic quality would be ugly. I know it's on Steam, but I've heard the Steam version has some rather unforgivable bugs that make it not a silly experience, but just a broken and like unfortunate experience. But yeah, Sudeki for the original Xbox. S-U-D-E-K-I. It's a misspelling of the Japanese word steiki, which means great or wonderful. I don't know why they misspelled it, but they did. Kinda sets the tone. Now, full disclosure, I have not played that game either. But I've heard quite a bit about it. And like I say, I do have a copy. It's one of those I saw sitting on a game store shelf and I was like, that game looks like it sucks. And it probably does. But you never know when a game like that is going to absolutely skyrocket in value. So I picked up a copy. Friends, countrymen, brothers and sisters in Christ, let me tell you about the time that I, as a naive teenager, was shopping and was planning to ask my mother to buy a video game for me for my Game Boy Advance. And I chose Breath of Fire 2. I don't regret that choice, in that Breath of Fire 2 is a fantastic video game. Wonderful JRPG. Haven't tried the SNES version, but the GBA version is mwah, chef's kiss. So good. But that day, I decided not to buy a certain Game Boy Color game. After holding in my hand and reading the back of the box, I figured my mother would not be interested in purchasing me a game about a belly dancing genie. And that's why I do not own an in-box copy of Shantae. That's the only reason. If I had the money, I'd have bought it. Yeah. Shantae. You know, the Game Boy Color game that goes for like $700 loose. In box, easily over $1,000. Could have had that for $30. Ladies and gentlemen and non-binary friends, I done goofed. I did buy a copy later in life. Ooh, Lavitz's Dragoon leveled up. Of the Game Boy Color original release. I also got the limited run re-release by a company called Limited Run Games. So I have that complete collector's edition. Beautiful, right? But I did buy a fairly rough shape, like the label's worn out, copy of the original Shantae. I paid $300 for that. 10 times what I would have new. But hey, it's now worth more than twice what I paid for it, so it's fine. It's one of those crown jewels of my collection that I like to bust out whenever I feel like bragging, take a picture and be like, hey, look at this, guys. Look at what's not in your collection. I try not to be that guy, but Shantae's the one exception. I will go full that guy mode if we start talking about rare games, Shantae and stuff. I also got the limited run PS4 releases of Shantae 2 and 3. So, there's another little pricey bit in my collection. Rose kind of took a big hit there. Let's give her some of her hit points back, shall we? This is a problem I had with my previous run of this game as well. Lavitz has crummy magic defense. Like, oh boy. It won't be until a bit later in the game that I find some armor that will do well. But at the moment, thinking of armor and things, there's a couple things in here I wanted to look at. Yeah. So, Bandit Ring increases agility by 20 points. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Because look, now he's the fastest. He's gone from the slowest to the fastest. And look how many turns Dart and Rose have been getting. So, if I compare him to Rose, he's got better defense. Worse magic defense. By far. And of course, Dart is just busted all the time. I could have Dart do some more damage and still be really well protected. Yeah, let's go with that. And if I were to put that Night Shield back on him, he would gain 10 defense on weapon and therefore total. Okay. Yeah, so just comparing a little bit here. Rose has 44 magic defense compared to Lavitz's 20 and Dart's 50. So that's why Lavitz takes such big hits from magic. And that's something that I won't be able to address for a while with the gear that's available. That said, I do need to probably do some between episode grinding. I know I keep talking about it, but there's a few items coming up that I'm going to want to buy that cost 10,000 each. And that's a lot of gold in this game. Look at that. Lavitz went first. And he's probably... Well, he's not going to get another turn because these guys are going to go down with one hit each. But he might have had another turn before Dart with his increased agility like that. Agility is so good in this game. That's something I actually recently learned from a tip video, I gotta say. And yeah. Lavitz and another certain party member that you get later on really benefit from getting extra agility. So, there you go. I think one more encounter before I leave. Encounter, please. There we go. Don't worry, I promise I'm very concerned about Shauna. Just trying to squeeze in these encounters. In fact, now that I think about it, why don't we take a look at the gold dropped by this enemy when we get to that point, to give some context or frame of reference to how much 10,000 is. That fairly tough crystal golem drops, survey says, 27 gold. Yeah, that's it. 27. And I'm gonna need like 60,000 to fully deck out 3 members with 2 pieces of 10,000 gold gear each. Now, of course, that said, it's not going to be a purchase that happens all at once. I'll start by buying one, and then grinding for another, and so on. And coincidentally, if I do that, if I grind for even one of them, I'll get a PSN trophy out of it. There's a trophy for... Well, the trophy says you need to have 7,000 gold on hand, but unless it was fixed with the patch, you actually have to have 7,000 gold and then buy an item to, I guess, to trigger the whatever registers on PSN in order to get that trophy. Ugh, don't slime me, bro. That's gross. It still amuses me a lot that those things are literally named Run Fast. That's like if we called a cat a jump high, or a dog a bark loud. Maybe we could call deer something along the lines of scare easily. I love living where I do. The internet here sucks. This is why I do YouTube instead of Twitch. I literally can't stream. I don't meet the minimums. My connection will crash and I have to reboot my router if I try to start a live stream. So I'm kind of out in the middle of the woods. Not very far. The main road is like a half-mile from me. But there's a lot of wildlife. Oh, I messed up my addition. That's okay. We get deer every year. And the past couple years, my wife and I have been talking to the deer. I know that sounds a little crazy, but if you start talking to deer whenever you see them around, those same deer are likely to stick around and get a little bit used to you. I don't want them to come and eat out of my hand or anything, but I want them to know that they're welcome and safe. You know, we like having the kind of ecosystem here on our property. So deer are welcome, raccoons, possums, whatever. Basically, they leave the house alone, we leave them alone. If a mouse or a spider comes in here, that's game over for them. But getting the deer used to us was pretty cool because, was it last summer? Yeah. Last summer we had 2 female deer who hung around. And both of them had babies, as deer do. And they brought them not to us, but basically right up to our front door to forage on our blackberry vines that are just outside our front door. Like there's our front door, and then there's our deck, and then like a little strip of land, and then a wall, like a natural wall with blackberry brambles, all that. We put bird feeders up there, and the deer come around, and the birds and the deer, and it's very beautiful. But these 2 female deers brought their gosh darn babies, like days old. It was amazing. They were so tiny. That's not the forest exit that I need. Yeah, it was just really cool. We got some pictures and all that. Of course, the poor baby deer were a little unsure. Like, I don't want to say they were terrified, but, you know, the grown-up deers were still kind of flinchy because we'd only been talking to them for a year or 2. They barely knew us. They were like, okay, we think we're safe. And the babies were like ready to jolt, but they didn't want to leave mama. It was kind of sad. At one point, don't worry, this has a fine ending. But at one point, there was the mama deer standing right by one of her babies, and the other one was part of the way across the yard. And even though we weren't between them, the other baby deer that was far away was like getting real worried. Like, they were cool for a few minutes, just kind of looking at us, chewing the leaves, let us take some pictures, and then we heard this other one start making little wah, wah, wah noises. Of course, I can't do it because I don't have a high-pitched enough voice, but we were just like, oh my gosh, okay, that little guy is kind of stressed. Let's go back inside. So we went in and watched from the windows, and sure enough, little baby comes trotting over to mama, and they go off into the bushes, and we saw him again several times after that. So it's like, man, these deer feel comfortable enough to bring their babies right up to our door, essentially, on the other side of our porch. Holy cow. It's just one of the benefits of living out a ways. Your internet sucks, but man, there are some other benefits, let me tell you. Now, how's that for a rambling tangent off of an enemy name in a video game? How are we doing on time? Got about 10 minutes left in this video. Oh, while I'm here, absolutely I'll take this opportunity to replenish my HP. Yeah, I'm passing up a save point. It's fine. I don't need to save right now, because I'm basically at the exit. No bosses between me and the next story segment, which is getting Shauna her Dragoon spirit. Commercial town of Lindsay Lohan. I swear I'm not obsessed with Lindsay Lohan. I don't even like her that much. Like I said recently, a couple of good acting roles under her belt, for sure. But it's just like, the name just makes me immediately connect the two. That's why I keep saying it. Okay. If I remember right, It's over this way. And I think it's that yellow door in the center, or blue door with the yellow arrow in the center. There we go. No, this is the inn. But while I'm here, why don't I have a little poke around? It's kind of button mashing X. I'm not sure if I've come down this way before. What do you have to say? Yes, actually, I do know how to get there. Can I show you the way? Can I have a side quest or something? I don't even need a reward. I just help out my buddy Dabas. Dabas. Daybase. I think I'll just call him the boss from now on, because his name sounds kind of like Dabas. Dabas, the boss. He's the boss. Literally. Alright, I'm not finding anything in here. I was hoping to come across some stardust. Alright. So then where the heck is Shauna? Join me as I stumble through every door in town, trying to locate the one person I should never have lost track of in the first place. Oh my gosh. Although I think the room right below that one looked like it was promising. So go around and you're down and around. And in here with a question mark. Nope. Yep. Oh. There it is. Okay. Found it. No, sir, we did one better. Dragoni plant, huh? Don't think it exists. Perhaps it used to. Could be extinct. But there wasn't any at the shrine, so... Sony, are you seeing these faces, Sony? Please do more than an upscale of this game. Oh. Dart is like melting. Lavitz looked like somebody punched his eyebrows from above or stepped on them. And poor Rose is like a flat horse with a twitchy eye. This looks bad. I'm sorry, this would look better not upscaled at this point. Woof. And Shauna's back there looking like her cheeks are melting down. Oddly, Sanator, the old guy, looks the best of all of them. That looks fine. Stylistic, sure, but fine. Not warped or deformed or melting. The power of sick glow sticks at the awesome rave. I mean, the Dragoon spirits. Mood, Sanator. I'm old like you. Not, graybeard. I'm only in my 30s, but put that light away, you darn kids. Get off my lawn. Turn down that music while you're at it. Can't hear myself thinking here. See, I'm fine now, except for my face that phases in and out of reality. Sanator's face is still fine, but now his hair is glitchy. Oh, good guy Sanator, huh? Yeah, that's a fair request. That is our aim, after all. I mean, one of our aims, we're also trying to find the black monster. I know I've just seen a miracle and we've just talked about you guys going to end a war, but you want to go fight in the arena first? You got some odd priorities there, dude. Looking to place some bets or something? I mean, our party is a pretty good bet. We either win or we get a game over, so, And if we get a game over, we keep trying. Yeah. We'll cover that next time, though. For now, we're going to go up to the inn and save. And that'll be that for this episode. So, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It helps the video get seen and the channel to grow. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing. I upload episodes of Legend of Dragoon every Tuesday and Thursday. And on Saturdays, I do Dragon Quest Builders 2. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, go ahead and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications of when I upload a new video. It's pretty consistent, usually 8 in the morning Pacific time. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. Just kind of sandbagging here so you can see the save happen on screen. All that aside, thank you so much for watching once more, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye.